to have their validation and their belief in her. And I feel that not only with like my parents, people I put in a position above me at all times. Like I really, if I disappoint people, it really like gets to me, and I put a lot of pressure on myself to be the version of myself that I think people want. And I think that's a little different than people pleasing. Like people pleasing feels kind of top layer. I think the thing that can happen when you're trying too hard to get validation from people who are just supposed to love you, I think that can turn into something that is more difficult to undo. And that is like a part of Charlie that I really empathize with. This thing of, yeah, she's nice to everybody and she wants people to be happy, but it comes from a place of like, she wants to be seen for who she is by the people who matter to her most, which are her parents and her loved ones. And I think that's a part of her that like I'll just like, it's very personal. I like relate to that a lot. And I think that's the thing, like you wouldn't know unless you are asked a question like that.
I was rewatching some of it last night with my husband and sister, and both of them, not knowing the other one did, were like, "Oh look, it's you," about Charlie, and I was like, "Rude, rude." She's like planning everything, and I'm like, "Oh look, it's you." I'm like,
yes. There's a Charlie in every friend group. Raise your hand if you're the Charlie in your friend group. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's like a great role to be, but sometimes it's hard, right?
It's so hard.
You're like, yeah, yes. You're like, yes. We need to have like a Charlie rehab center for all the Charlies. That's the thing, it's like, I do think it's kind of like the person who needs sometimes rehabilitation is Charlie herself, but for different reasons.
But now we have to circle back to the music question from Has Been. So what song would you want to perform live from Has Been, and which do you want to listen to on repeat?
Okay, what I want to perform live is Ready for This, because I want, because I want us all to be singing on stage together. Like, Ready for This is my favorite number in the show because it's the first time you hear everybody sing, like as one. Because a lot of like, for the first time in our lives, that's a lot of, that's like, it's all, even if that character isn't in the scene, like that's Kamiko singing, that's, Cherry Bomb singing, that's Joelle singing. So I really want to do that. The song that pardon my French is Happy Day in Hell. It's so hard. It's so hard. And
I'm recording some of this.
So the day we recorded that song, it was my first day. And basically, I don't trust that I have a job until like the check clears, but you can still get fired. So I walk in and I was like, if I don't sell the shit out of this song, I will not be Charlie Morningstar after today's session. Because I had not met Viv yet, I had not met Richard Horvitz. I basically walk in to our booth and they're like, okay, great, we're gonna record episode 1, and we're gonna start with the scenes, and then we're gonna end with the song, which now I do it in reverse. I always start with the song, because Charlie's singing voice to me helps me sound like her as a speaking voice, so I always start with the song now, because it helps me get into character. So we do the episode, and I was like, oh, that was fine, and this is what's so wild, is like, if you watch episode 1, we don't got it yet. Like, sounds like truth. Not your best work. Some people are like fully dropped in. I am the first to be like, I remember watching episode 1 and being like, oh God, I would do that totally differently. But I'm also so forgiving of that, because I'm like, I didn't even know what this was yet. Like, I did not know what this character was yet. I had the pilot, but and similar to Mean Girls, I was like, I can't do what Jill Harris did. Like, I'm not that, so I have to figure out something different. So episode 1, I feel like, is a bunch of us finding out. I assume I'm gonna have 1 to 2 takes, so I have to nail this. That is the take that they ended up using. And when I sing that song live, it is impossible to recreate that adrenaline ever again. And that is why that song is my least favorite to sing now. I love it dearly, but it's just like, it's a lot of words. And it's really high. And the last note is really long. And you can only do that when you have the fear of God inside you.
If you have questions for Erika, you can line up over on the side over here. We'll get to those. So we'll start with our first question. What's your name and what's your question?
Hi, my name is Jaslyn, and my question is, what was your favorite line to film in Has Been, and can you do it if you don't mind?
Yes, my favorite line is actually an exchange between Lucifer and Charlie, and Lucifer goes, "And I am gonna fuck you." And she's like, "Wink, wink," and Charlie goes, "Dad, it's fuck you up." I love. She's very rarely like quiet and sly, so I love that one. Of course, thank you.
Hello, I am Taylor, and I wanted to ask you, if, as Charlie, what character would she love to meet from any fandom?
From any fandom. I mean, I feel like, God, maybe this is Erica's answer, but we have a lot in common. I really feel like she'd want to meet Hermione Granger. I just feel like,
Interesting.
I don't know, something about like the concept of right and wrong.
I gotta get these
and
on
I think
YouTube.
Charlie's really smart and a little type A, similar to Hermione. I also feel like I feel like they would have a common thread between them. So that could also just be my answer coming out as Charlie's answer. I want to meet Hermione. Yes, that's my answer.
If Charlie had a favorite dessert, what would be in line? Could you tell us what she would think that the other people in the hotel's favorite
Oh my
dessert
God.
would be?
I don't know if I can speak for everybody else, but I think Charlie's favorite dessert would be Fun Dip.
Straight shows.
Just like, to be fantastic. Thank you. And I can't speak for the rest of them. I don't know. No, I don't know. Thank you. You look awesome.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Remy. My question is, basically during season 1 we see Charlie's attempts to redeem these sinners, and everybody else in the hotel is involved in this redemption in some capacity, except for Alistair and Husk. What are your thoughts on that? Is Charlie just like oblivious to them, or do you think there's a reason for that?
I appreciate this question, and I cannot answer it. Shot.
We all want the tea. It's
I
okay.
know. I will say I have to like really check myself because we're getting into season 3 stuff right now. Like they're writing things. So I know a lot that I'm not allowed to share, and I have to remind myself like, what do you guys know? Okay, great.
What's your name and what's your question?
Hello. So my question to you is, based on the interactions with Charlie and the rest of the characters, what was your favorite character Charlie interacted with in the show?
Oh, I mean, oh God, that's so hard. Like, it's also so hard because I know our cast now. Like, somebody today found out that we don't record together. Like, we recorded totally separately. I didn't know Jeremy Jordan was playing my dad until they started playing More Than Anything, and I was like, shut the front door, that's Jeremy Jordan. And that was like that's like a feeling you'll never get over. You find out, like, a person you wanted to sing with, you're singing with, they're just not in the room with you. So I don't know. I like Jeremy because I'm a theater kid and I like loved him growing up, and love him as an adult. So that was really fun. And then I think like what I really love is like I'm really close friends with Christina Alabato and Blake Roman. So I really love anytime Cherry, Angel, and Charlie interact because it's just fun. So I'm like, that's us, but like our characters.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you. Hi, what's your name and what's your question?
Hi there, I'm John, and as a fellow musical theater actor who wants to do voiceover work,
I want to do that as well.
what sort of skills transfer over from the stage to the sound booth, and what sort of pitfalls are there to watch out for?
Wow, yeah, that's a great question. Okay, I would say the thing that transfers, the pitfall, the worst sessions I've had, I've never had like a bad voiceover session, but like theater actors know what it's like to have an audience. And so we know how to turn it on. We know how to like do that thing that gives it the extra 10, 15% that makes it pop when it's animated. if you haven't had that experience, sometimes the vocal performance, the voice actor performance falls flat. Because you're in this cozy, dark space. Nobody's staring at you. You're like, oh, I can just kind of like phone it in. And then you hear it in the final product. So for a lot of people, are like, well, how do I become a voice actor? I'm like, you just have to become an actor. Like, get in front of people. Get into an acting class, an improv class. Because if you don't have that element of feedback from the audience, I promise you, you're not going to be brave enough to do the things you need to do in a vocal booth, which is to be silly and loud and gross and like wild, and to have performance energy where you're like, yeah, I know there's no audience here watching me, but I need to pretend that there is so that this scene really pops when the animators get it. Yeah, it's a great question. Yeah, good luck with everything.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hi, what's your name and what's your question? Hi, my name is Lauren, and I think it's been confirmed that Has-Been and Hell of a Boss won't have any crossover, but if there was, if you watch Hell of a Boss, who would you want to interact with, like which characters?
Well, also, again, it's getting so hard because I'm meeting the voice actors, so I'm obsessed with Erika Lindbeck. So not because she has my name, but so I really want to see what Charlie and Linda would like say to one another. I would love to see that. I also love Stolas, so I would love to see a scene between the two of them. But that's just because I like those characters and I like to play them too. Honestly, like what would happen if actors to dinner? I don't know. I just don't know. But those are my thoughts.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
I just gotta make sure I get this on YouTube.
What's your name and what's your question?
Hi, my name is Julia. Earlier you mentioned that you are usually cast as like the high energy characters. If you could play any other type of character, what would it be?
Oh my god, it's so weird. I actually started my career not doing that. I don't know, was I just faking it? I don't know. I played Fontaine in Les Mis on Broadway, and she is not high energy. Girl has every illness and plague known to mankind, and she dies from them. So I kind of love that stuff. I love melodrama. It's why I love Has-Been, because as much as I know Charlie is the positive, happy one, there is some stuff that is gonna go down in Has-Been Hotel that I think will tilt into that. I love dramatic, serious stuff. So I think those are the characters I want to play, and that's why I'm always grateful for an experience like Has-Been Hotel that's going to have multiple seasons, because I think we're going to get to see that happen. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Hi, what's your name and what's your question?
Hi, I'm Alex. This question might be a little sensitive.
Oh my gosh, I love a sensitive question. Okay, I'm nervous.
Were you worried at any point during Has-Been Hotel that the story, the characters in the world building were going to upset the religious watchers?
Oh yeah. I think we're still worried about that.
Good thing I'm an atheist.
I mean, I did think about how it's Sunday and we're having this panel.
I know. You guys are all going to fucking hell. Here's the thing. I don't think you can make art without worrying that it's going to offend people. Things that are inoffensive aren't good. They're just not. Because everybody's being offended is a personal thing. Because if something was universally offensive, we would all have the same reaction to it. And so I think what Viv is so smart about is she's like, look, I have this story that is going to rub people the wrong way. It's also going to save some people, and both deserve airtime. And I think what I am so proud about is I grew up very Catholic. My in-laws are very Christian. I'm very aware that there is a sort of that thing you do, that show you're on, feeling with some people in my family. But then I tell them stories about coming to conventions, and I tell them stories about what people say the show got them through, and the friends they met, and the fiancés they met through the show, the love they found through this. And I just go, you cannot dismiss something like this that is bringing people together. And I'll tear up. I'm so proud to be a part of something like this, because I know that it can be divisive, and I also see how it can be wholly unifying. And I'm so grateful that Viv created it and that I'm a part of it.
Thank you.
What's your name and what's your question?
Hi, I'm Kai. I'm a theater kid, and I would have been like, every time.
Me too.
Every show I've ever done, I've always had a line that I really looked forward to saying.
She's like the person who forces every single game upon people. Now, if you want to go to like, no, we're doing one more. Yeah, her reaction to a game night is, fuck yes, let's go. Good question. Thanks, love.
Hi, what's your name and what's your question?
My name's Nicole, and I was curious if you couldn't play Charlie Morningstar, would there be any other Has Been Hotel characters you'd like to play?
Yeah. I mean, I want to play Angel Dust. Don't we all? And I say that, I know Angel Dust has gone through a lot. I just he's so sleepy. Yeah, I want to do that. And then I don't know, I want to know, I could never do this, I just want to know what it is like to sound like Keith David. Just for a
yes.
If I was Keith David, I would just go to restaurants and order stuff. I would just talk in public as much as possible. Just see what happens. I would stand up in airplanes and be like, I will be your. I can't even do it. I was you have such authority. He could lead a cult. Thank you. Hi. Yes.
Hi. What's your name and what's your question?
Hi, I'm Dominic. Hello again.
Hello again.
I have a question. I'm not sure if we'll need a hell of a boss crossover or anything, but does Charlie have a dynamic with the leaders of the other sets?
I can't answer that. I'm so sorry.
But let's say
Dramatic.
I can't only because I'm so worried that something will happen one day that we say something and then you're in this interview that she did in Indiana in 2025, she said this, which relates to this, because I know y'all do that, which is great. I love that you do that, but I can't answer it.
Can I ask one more?
You can ask one more. I can't confirm I'll answer it, but
Does she have wings?
I can't answer that.
Oh no.
Oh, snap.
Good thank you.
Good try.
Shoot those shots. Shoot those shots. What is the saying? You miss 100%. I don't know.
You miss the shots you don't take.
That's right.
What's your name? What's your question?
Hi, I'm Deanna, and I'm dressed as Henningsen Pie from Oron, and I was wondering if Charlie would ever go to a host club, what kind of host would she go to? The cool type, Prince type, the boy Lolita?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm so sorry.
No, that's completely fair.
Wait, can you rephrase it for me? What is this?
Host club is kind of where people go to see pretty boys and get to eat. So
That sounds fun.
But also,
wait, what is it?
It's called a host club, but there's girl versions too. So since Charlie likes that,
Go to both.
You can go to both.
Yeah.
Either or, but
Well, Charlie's bisexual, so she would go to both.
yeah, but there's the cool type, the princely type, the boy Lolita, which is dressed up as.
This is awesome.
Twins, and then there's the natural. So do you
Natural? What's that?
It's just she's really good.
You guys, I'm about to go down a deep dive on my flight home. I cannot fucking wait. Also, I have to say, Amir and I have talked about this. We've decided to normalize when we don't always know.
I'm enjoying this.
And I felt really, you were asking the question, I was like, I don't know what this is. And I was like, do I make up an answer? I was like, no, I'm just gonna ask. What is this?
It's an old TV show. It's from 2006.
Okay.
So,
2000, what was I doing?
Old, it's 2006.
Okay!
We're ancient. Where's our queen?
I am thrilled to learn about this. I will be going down quite
It's
a
on
hole on the
Netflix.
internet.
It's called Orange High School Host Club. If you want to watch it.
Orange High School Host Club. Okay, and I'm really interested to find out what a natural host club is. Are they naked?
Basically, the natural is she doesn't need any training, nothing. It's just she's banned to feel like that with girls.
Well, that sounds delightful.
This is hilarious.
I'm so excited.
We are almost out of time, so let's try to make these as quick as possible.
Let's just talk about host clubs for the rest. Okay.
Hi, I'm Kristen. The question is that she has a really interesting interaction with women in her life, Baggy and her mother. How do those help you portray the character or give you how does that affect
how does that affect her?
I love like the duality of her relationship with Maggie versus her mom. It's like Maggie gives her everything that her mom does not, which is like a whole acceptance for who she is.
Yeesh.
Of course, like that is not enough. She needs the love, the affirmation, the presence of her mom. And I think like, I actually don't really know where this triangle of women is going. This is not conjecture, like I'm not sharing information, but I am really curious to see. I don't know what it would look like, but I'm like, I wonder what it would feel like. You know when you have like a partner and then you see the way somebody else treats them and you're like, why the fuck would you let them treat you like that? You're amazing. I feel like that's how Maggie would feel about Lilith, and I'm really interested to see if that is a plot line that develops. Like the two most important women in Charlie's life treating her so differently and how that creates friction. Like, what happens if they're all in a room together? I want to know.
Thank you. Okay, let's see if we can get.
I'm still in host clubs. I can't get it out of my head.
Okay, we gotta make these really, really fast.
Okay, so fast. Okay.
Hi, I'm Mason. This is Kermit.
My girlfriend's question for you. Are we going to get more to award family license? You can't answer. It's fine.
I can't answer. I'm sorry.
Perfectly fine. Have a great day.
Love you. Bye. Okay. Are we doing all these?
We're gonna try. Go. We're already at time, but you guys are fine. It's fine.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. My question is, what do you think would be the perfect date for Maggie and Charlie?
Oh my god.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a perfect date for Charlie and Maggie is something where it's calmed down and it's literally just like snuggling and watching movies and like
Aww.
asking for lipsticks back and forth.
Thank you.
Go.
Hello, my name is Kira, and I have the question. What's your favorite music genre to sing?
Ooh, that's a great question. I love like the old like MGM, Rodgers and Hammerstein stuff. Nobody ever asked me to sing it because it's like old, but I love like, you know, Oklahoma, Sound of Music. I love all that stuff. Good question. Bye, Charlie.
I'm Maddie, and okay, I babysit, and I have two like significantly younger siblings. And I was wondering, like, how do you feel like younger kids who see Has-Been? Because it's not a very like child-friendly show.
It's funny. I'm going to try and answer this quickly, which is I think the songs scratch an itch in younger kids' heads, and I'm like, if kids are listening to songs, great. I can't control what happens in everybody's individual home, so I try to not really have judgment. I'm like, if the kid watches it, that's your call. But I hope they grow up and one day find out what they turned into. Bye.
So, my name's Catherine. I'm actually learning Happy Day in Hell as a musical.
It's so hard. Don't. Try something else.
I was just gonna ask if you had any tips because I'm doing the 16-bar cut.
Oh no! The last one. Okay, the biggest tip I would say is today is gonna be a fucking happy day. Breathe through your nose. Inhale. Breathe through your nose. Don't do it because when you breathe through your nose, this is like so active voicey. You drop your larynx. This expands when we breathe. Which is like the Charlie breath. It's not gonna help you.
I gotta remember that.
And also, you should know this. You can also cut some bars at the end if you can't hold that whole note. Nobody's gonna know. It's too long. Just cut 2 bars out. Thank you. Good luck.
Hi, my name is Cyril, and what kind of music do you think Charlie listens to?
Ooh, I feel like she likes, oh my gosh, I feel like she likes K-pop.
K-pop.
Thank you! Amazing. Okay, last one. It's stressful, I know.
Come on. Be brave.
The radio Apple ship? Oh, that's weird. You guys are weird.
Welcome to the internet.
That's all. Goodbye. Thank you so much. And I really like, I get to sing over it. They're like, we can do this. And I go, we can do this. We'll be better. The redemption may take a while. Though it may take a while. I just love that little part. I just think it's fun. I don't know if that was the answer you wanted, but that's the answer I have for you. This is really, I feel really stressed because I want to give a good answer to this and I can't remember a single line I've ever said in this moment. I'm going to keep thinking about this, and at the very end of the panel, I will have another answer for you.
Is it okay if I give you this bracelet?
I would love to have this bracelet. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love it. Oh, I know what it is. In Mean Girls, I would sing at the end of the math competition. I would go, the limit does not exist. Dusty Matthews jacket. And I was like, what more could I want?
Exactly. Hi, what's your name? What's your question?
Hi, I'm Juliana from earlier. I don't know if you remember.
I remember you.
But
Aw.
my question was, were there any what was the hardest challenge you had to do whenever you were recording for Husband Hotel?
Yeah, I would say the hardest challenge was not passing out sometimes.
Oh, I relate.
Because Charlie talks like this, and she's really up here, and it's always like, and that is like a thing you actually need to, like, you have to hold your breath, and there would be times where Richard would be like, okay, we're gonna take that again. I need you to sit down and take
I almost
3
did that
deep
one.
breaths. So that was the hard, like, that's not a hard, like, it's hard, but that was like maybe the most challenging, was like sometimes I would get big chunks of text of Charlie like freaking out, and I would just be like, all right, here we go. That's the hardest part.
Brace yourself before it's time to film.
Exactly. Thank you for your question, love.
Hi, what's your name? What's your question?
Hi, I'm Paris, and my question is, so like I'm a child actor, and how do you get over the anxiety of being in plays and stuff?
Oh, that's a really good question. Well, Paris, secret, I don't. I still get very nervous. Here's what happens. Here's what I will say. You get used to the nerves. It's true. So they never really go away, but you start to treat them like a little friend that you like pet next to you. This is my little. I like characterize it. Like, what does it look like? Mine is blue. Welcome to my brain. You never get used to it, and you're still gonna be pretty nervous sometimes, but you start to not panic on top of being nervous. So like when I get nervous, instead of going, oh, I'm nervous, I hate nerves, go away, I go, yeah, of course I'm nervous, I care about this. This is a crazy thing I'm about to do. I'm about to go on stage in front of people and say made up words. What? And I literally say, the nerves are natural and they should be there. And the more you kind of accept them in and know that they're not gonna go away really ever, the less power they have. Because I think that's what you're asking is, how do I make the nerves less powerful? The nerves will always be there. I really think like accepting them and knowing that they'll always show up helps you be prepared for them and not anxious when they do. Sound good?
Is it okay if I give you this story?
Yes! I would love it! What is it? What? Yo! Give it up for Paris! That's cool! Oh my god!
Hi, what's your name and what's your question?
I am Piper, and my question is, would Charlie be a coffee drinker or a tea drinker?
Oh! Like she
I
doesn't
don't
need
think
any
Charlie needs
caffeine.
caffeine.
She wakes up and is like, wow!
She is made
I
of
think
it.
tea to calm her down, but I think what it would be is like, I think Baggy would be like, shove a teacup into her hands and be like, you need to drink this. I feel like she's constantly dehydrated and running on Fun Dip. Thanks for the question. Constantly dehydrated and running on Fun Dip. Yeah, that's like the business card. Yes.
Hi, I'm Allie. What was it like to get the confirmation that you were actually going to be Charlie Morningstar?
Oh my god. Okay, it was so. Again, I'm not gonna lie. I really mean it when I say I don't believe that I have the job until they're like, hey, can you come back tomorrow? So I got the call that I got Charlie. I was like, cool. This isn't gonna come together. Something's gonna happen. I record episode 1. I leave being like, I'll get fired. I get the schedule for next week to record episode 2, and that's when I was like, okay, this is a real thing that's happening. And I feel like it came in waves. Like I did not, because you're just, so many things fall through when you're an actor. You just like really can't believe it. When I got the call about Charlie, it was like in the middle of the pandemic.
Worst time period.
Everything was so uncertain, so I didn't have that big celebratory moment because I was just like, this could get taken away because so much got taken away during that time.
Yeah,
So
my graduation.
it wasn't until we started doing episode 2 that it like hit me what I was doing.
That sinking gut feeling.
Yeah, and in a good feeling of like, oh my god, I think I'm getting to do like what might be one of the coolest things I'll ever do in my life as a performer. And that's when it happened. It was like 8 months delayed. And it's still kind of happening.
Better late than never.
Better late than never, yeah.
Thank you.
It's true.
Thank you.